Have you ever walked into like one of those massive sports bars on a Sunday? You know the setup, right? 100 different screens, every single football game playing at once, neon everywhere.
Yeah, total sensory overload.
Exactly. But like, have you ever stopped to wonder how that isn't just a chaotic, tangled mess of wires in the back room?
Most people definitely don't.
Right. So for today's deep dive, we are getting a look at that hidden tech. We've got this massive product catalog from HDTVSupply, specifically focusing on the ecosystem around the Kiloview AVX24-4 Media Hub and Wolfpack switchers.
And I know a product catalog sounds like dry reading, but you really have to view this as the blueprint for the nervous system of modern commercial spaces.
Oh, absolutely.
The sheer scale hidden in these pages is just staggering. I mean, HDTVSupply lists over 2,000 different HDMI modular matrix switchers.
That's wild.
And we're not talking about, a simple splitter that mirrors one image to two TVs. A matrix switcher is like this dynamic hardware brain.
Okay, a brain.
Yeah, it takes dozens of different video inputs and allows you to instantly route any single one of them to any specific output display without unplugging a single thing.
Let's unpack that scale for a second, because looking at the physical hardware in this catalog, there are these specific sports bar TV systems designed to route video to, like, 160 different TVs.
Which is just massive.
Right. Operating a 160 by 160 grid feels like the equivalent of being an air traffic controller, but for Sunday football.
If I'm a busy bartender or a restaurant manager pouring beers, I don't have time to manually program a matrix or write code just to put the local game on the main projector,
No, absolutely not, which is why the brute force of the hardware is heavily masked by custom software.
Okay.
The catalog highlights systems controlled by simplified interfaces, like the Wolfpad tablet.
Ah, right.
And they have direct integrations with the DirecTV app and the Everpass commercial streaming platform, too. Behind the scenes, you have these video wall processors doing the heavy lifting.
So how does that actually work when they tap the screen? Well, if the bartender taps a button to make 4 TVs act as one giant screen, that processor is literally slicing the 4K video signal's pixel coordinates.
Wow.
It sends specific visual chunks to specific screens in milliseconds, so they stitch back together perfectly.
Oh, wow. So the tablet just acts as a translator, turning a simple tap into this highly complex routing command.
Exactly.
But wait. Putting 160 TVs in a single room creates a massive physical problem, right? Like, you literally run out of space in the walls for traditional thick HDMI cables.
Yeah.
How do these venues solve that copper wire bottleneck?
Well, you abandon traditional fixed cables entirely and move to AV over IP.
Meaning what exactly?
So instead of dragging a dedicated HDMI cord from the back room to every single TV, you shift the video onto a local area network. You're using standard networking cables like Cat6.
Oh. Okay, I look at that like streaming Netflix,
Yeah.
but strictly localized for high-end commercial use.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Imagine Netflix, but with zero buffering, zero compression artifacts, and running on a closed loop inside a single building.
So it's safe.
Right, so like an outside internet outage can't take down the Super Bowl broadcast. AV over IP takes that massive 4K video signal, chops it up into tiny data packets, shoots them through a standard network switch, like a high-speed email almost, and then reassembles them perfectly at the television receiver.
Wait, I'm looking at the price points for this gear, and something isn't adding up here. A basic 1080p AV over IP switcher starts around $150, which is very accessible.
Right, very affordable.
But then a massive 32 by 32 4K 30 hertz matrix jumps to like $750. If I'm a local pub owner, I'm not dropping that kind of cash just to show college basketball. There has to be a bigger buyer driving these heavy-duty specs.
You're spot on. The catalog actually reveals that ultimate buyer if you look closely at the fine print.
Okay, who is it?
Well, alongside the next-generation 8K HDMI products and miles of fiber optic cabling, HDTVSupply lists entirely separate federal purchasing channels.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we're talking TAA-approved products, federal GSA schedules, and clearance for the NASA Sub-P program.
Wait, really? NASA. Meaning this tech is certified for critical federal IT operations, not just like changing the channel on a TV.
Exactly. The shared stakes are surprisingly similar when you think about it. The exact same zero-latency, fail-proof routing technology that ensures a bar full of fans doesn't miss a game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
That is the foundational tech used in secure military command centers and space exploration hubs, places where a split-second video delay could literally cost lives.
Wow. So for you listening, what does this all mean? It means the screens around you aren't just TVs. They are the visible endpoints of massive invisible Wolfpack IP networks that power our world, from your local sports pub all the way up to NASA.
Yeah, it permanently changes how you look at the architecture of a room.
It really does. Which leaves one final thought for you to chew on today. If it currently takes a dedicated 160-port matrix and literal miles of Cat6 cable just to display two-dimensional 4K sports games without a glitch, what is the physical hidden wiring of our buildings going to look like when immersive 3D holographic media becomes the standard? Think about that next time you sit down for a pint.